Did you know that many seniors have no idea where their body odor is really coming from? As we age, we naturally stick to the basics when we bathe: arms, underarms, feet, and the private parts. But here's what rarely gets mentioned: those often ignored creases and folds where sweat, dead skin, and bacteria quietly build up over time. These overlooked areas, when left untouched, can develop a persistent smell that lingers on your clothes, your furniture, and even in the air around you. This isn't just a matter of hygiene, it's about dignity and self-confidence. Too often, people assume aging itself causes that old person smell, when in reality, it's these sneaky, neglected spots doing most of the damage. In this video, we're breaking down 5 parts of your body that almost everyone forgets to wash, especially as the years go by. These aren't the usual suspects. They're hidden zones that quietly become odor hotspots. Stick around till the end, because one of these is probably being missed in every shower, and it might be the very reason others notice something you don't. Let's dive in. Number 1. The groin area and the inner thigh crease. This is one of the most private, sensitive zones on your body, and yet it's also one of the most frequently overlooked. Right where your thigh meets your torso, that warm, often covered fold becomes a breeding ground for sweat, dead skin, and odor-causing bacteria. Especially as we age, the skin in that area gets thinner, more fragile, and starts to fold or sag more, making it even easier for moisture to get trapped and forgotten. Let's take Harold, for example. He's 75, sharp as ever, always well-groomed, clean clothes, daily shaves, a touch of cologne. But despite his efforts, by evening, there was this faint, sour smell he couldn't quite pin down. It wasn't his breath, wasn't his shoes. The mystery lingered until a routine checkup, when his doctor gently asked, "Are you washing the crease where your inner thigh meets your pelvis?" That one question changed everything. Harold had assumed a quick rinse was enough, but over time that hidden fold had collected sweat and skin buildup that regular washing missed, and that invisible grime. It had been slowly creating an odor he didn't even realize was coming from there. Here's the thing. That area is close to major sweat and oil glands. Add in daily friction from sitting, walking, or tight clothes, and you've got a recipe for bacteria to thrive. And if ignored, it can lead to odor, irritation, even rashes or fungal issues. But don't worry, you don't need to scrub it raw. Just use warm water, mild soap, and a soft washcloth or your hand. Gently clean the crease where your thigh meets your torso, rinse thoroughly, and most importantly, pat it completely dry. If you sweat a lot or feel discomfort, a talc-free powder or a moisture-wicking cream can help keep things fresh and calm all day long. So if this spot hasn't been on your hygiene radar before, now's the time to show it a little extra care. This is about more than just smelling clean. It's about honoring your body, maintaining confidence, and feeling good in your own skin every single day. Sometimes it's the smallest, quietest places that make the biggest difference. Number 2, the belly button and the navel crease. It might be one of the tiniest parts of your body, but if ignored, it can quietly become one of the dirtiest. The belly button, especially if it's deep or inward, acts like a little pocket, catching lint, oil, sweat, and dead skin day after day. And as we get older, our skin naturally loses its firmness, which creates more folds around the abdomen, extra places for moisture and bacteria to hide. Unlike other parts of the body that get a regular rinse from shower water, the navel stays tucked away, often untouched. You'd be surprised how many seniors shower every day, but still carry a faint odor simply because they've skipped this tiny cavity for weeks. Sometimes there's even a waxy, dark buildup in there that hardens with time. And trust me, that buildup doesn't just smell bad, it can also become a breeding ground for yeast or low-grade infections. Now think of Linda, 71 years old, always tidy, always mindful of hygiene. Yet, around midday, she'd notice this subtle but sour smell. She checked her clothes, her shoes, even her deodorant, but nothing made sense. It wasn't until a routine doctor visit that she found out she had a mild fungal rash right beneath her belly button. The area was red, slightly damp, and irritated. And the cause? She'd been skipping over her navel and the crease below it during her showers. Like many, she assumed water would rinse it clean. But here's the truth. It doesn't. To properly care for this spot, you need to gently clean it using your finger or a soft cloth, mild soap, and warm water. After washing, pat it completely dry. And if you're prone to sweating or irritation, a talc-free powder or a moisture-wicking spray can help keep things fresh. If mobility is an issue and reaching it is tough, don't hesitate to ask for help. There's no shame in that, because when this area is neglected, the odor can follow you, even in fresh clothes. It's one of the most common reasons older adults carry a subtle scent that others notice, even when everything else appears clean. So don't overlook this small spot. Giving it the attention it deserves can truly transform how fresh, clean, and confident you feel every day. And hey, if you're still watching and finding this helpful, drop a number 2 in the comments so I know you're here with me. And if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that button. And tap the bell so you don't miss any future videos. Your support means the world. Let's keep going. Number 3. Ear folds and behind the ears. You might not think of your ears as a place where odor can linger, but for many older adults, this area becomes a surprising culprit. The folds of your outer ear, especially right behind them, are like tiny shelves where sweat, oil, and dead skin can gather unnoticed. As we age, these folds tend to deepen, and for those who wear glasses or hearing aids, the added pressure traps even more moisture. Behind the ears is also where your body naturally produces oils, called sebum, that mix with sweat and bacteria, forming a greasy film that can develop a musty or sour smell. And here's the thing. Most people forget to clean behind their ears while showering. They wash their face, their neck, and sometimes their hair, but that small zone just below the ear and around the jawline often gets skipped. Have you ever rubbed your finger behind your ear at the end of a long day and caught a whiff of something off? I bet you can relate. Let me tell you about Walter, a 76-year-old retired school principal. He was always proud of his clean, crisp look, always shaved, always sharp in his clothes, and never left home without a spritz of cologne. But one day, his granddaughter asked him why he smelled different when she hugged him. At first, he was taken aback and hurt, but then he started checking his usual hygiene routine. It wasn't until a visit to his barber, when the man casually pointed out some flaky buildup behind Walter's ears, that the mystery was solved. Walter hadn't cleaned that area in months, assuming it stayed fresh on its own. The truth: that spot is a hidden odor hotspot, especially for people who wear hearing aids, which block airflow and cause more sweating behind the ears. It's essential to keep this area clean and dry. And for those who wear earrings or jewelry, don't forget that these items can trap grime too. Behind the ear is one of the warmest spots on your body, and if left unchecked, it becomes a perfect breeding ground for bacteria. The fix? Simple. Take a moment in the shower to gently scrub behind your ears with soapy water using a cloth or your fingertips. Dry the area carefully afterward. It only takes a few seconds, but it can eliminate one of the most common, yet often overlooked, sources of senior odor. And if you wear hearing aids, don't forget to clean both your ear and the device, as it's not just the ear that's at risk of gathering odor. Cleaning behind your ears might seem like a small task, but it's these little details that make a big difference in how fresh you feel and how others experience your presence. Keep it fresh, and your confidence will shine through, no matter where you go. Number 4. Toenails and the skin beneath. One of the most commonly overlooked areas when it comes to senior hygiene is the toes, especially the toenails and the skin underneath them. As we age, bending down becomes more challenging. Whether it's due to arthritis, back stiffness, or balance issues, reaching your feet may take a bit more effort than it once did. As a result, many seniors unintentionally skip over proper foot care. However, this area can be a major source of odor. Toenails are a magnet for bacteria and fungus because dead skin, sweat, and even small particles of sock lint can get trapped beneath the nail. Add some moisture into the mix, and you have a perfect environment for bacteria to thrive, resulting in that strong, sour odor that no one wants. Take Gerald, an 81-year-old man who always prided himself on taking daily showers and dressing neatly. But one day, his daughter noticed a strong odor when she helped him with his shoes. Gerald was puzzled. He bathed every day. It wasn't until a visit to the podiatrist that the problem became clear. His toenails hadn't been cleaned beneath the surface in months. The skin under his nails had become discolored, soft, and was emitting a smell that came not from the socks or shoes, but from the toenails themselves. Over time, that buildup doesn't just cause a smell, it can lead to infections and other health risks, especially in seniors with diabetes or vascular issues. Even if your feet seem clean on the outside, don't assume they are clean beneath the nails. Moisture from sweating during the day gets trapped between the toes and under the nails. With age, toenails can thicken, making it harder to notice the buildup beneath them. Fungus often grows without causing any pain, and by the time itching or discoloration appears, the odor is usually the first sign. The good news? You don't need to become a contortionist to care for your feet. Simply use a soft bristled toothbrush or nail brush once or twice a week to gently scrub around and under the nails. If bending down is difficult, ask a family member for help or see a foot care specialist. And always make sure to dry your feet thoroughly, especially between the toes, after every shower. Don't forget about your shoes. Wearing the same pair every day without airing them out can trap odor, which then transfers back to your feet. Rotate your shoes if you can, and use foot powder or sprays if necessary. It's also important to wash your socks thoroughly, preferably with hot water to kill bacteria. Our feet carry us through life, and how we care for them reflects not just hygiene, but respect for our comfort and well-being. Clean, healthy feet feel better, smell better, and help prevent slips and infections, issues that can be more dangerous as we age. So, the next time you step into the shower, take a few extra moments to care for your feet, because sometimes the smell that follows you might just be coming from below. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend subscribing and turning on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 5. The folds behind the knees. There's one more area that plays a big role in body odor as we age, but it's rarely discussed: the folds behind your knees. It's that soft, creased skin on the back of your leg that most people either wash quickly or miss altogether. But here's the truth. This is a warm, enclosed spot where sweat, bacteria, and even leftover soap residue love to hide. And when those things build up, they can create an unpleasant smell that lingers long after you've dried off and gotten dressed. Think about how the body works. When you sit for long periods, especially with your knees bent, the skin behind the knees stays compressed. That means less air circulation, more moisture, and the perfect breeding ground for bacteria that cause odor. Add in lotion or powder that doesn't get fully wiped away, and it's a recipe for discomfort and smell. For many seniors, mobility issues or joint pain make it difficult to reach behind the knees during a shower. Some may avoid bending due to fear of falling, while others assume a quick rinse is enough. But over time, that quick rinse won't remove the grime and bacteria trapped in the folds. Take Judy, a 76-year-old woman who noticed a musty smell when changing clothes. She had already changed detergents, washed her towels more often, and started using deodorant on her feet, thinking that was the source. However, during a checkup, her nurse pointed out that the back of her knees were slightly discolored and damp to the touch. Judy had been skipping that area during her showers, and over time the buildup had led to odor and mild irritation. Once she started gently scrubbing behind her knees with a soft cloth and drying the area, the smell vanished completely in just a few days. The good news is that this area doesn't require harsh scrubbing. A warm washcloth with a little soap during your regular shower can do wonders. The key is consistency. Make it a habit to gently clean this area and always dry it fully afterward. Moisture is the enemy of body odor. If you struggle with reaching this spot, consider using a long-handled scrubber designed for seniors or a damp towel or bathing wipe for a quick seated wash. These small adjustments can make a big difference in helping you feel clean, fresh, and confident. Remember, body odor doesn't usually come from one obvious spot. It's a mix of small, overlooked areas that, when combined, create an unpleasant scent. By paying attention to hidden zones like the back of your knees, you can ensure a fresher, more comfortable experience each day. You deserve to feel comfortable in your own skin, and with just a few extra seconds of care, you can avoid any odor-related worries. So, tomorrow morning, take a moment to reach for those spots that are easy to miss. The smallest details often make the biggest impact. Final thoughts. Now that we've uncovered these 5 hidden spots, take a moment to reflect on your own routine. Are there areas you've been missing without realizing it? Most of us don't mean to overlook these places. Life gets busy, habits form, and sometimes we assume that a quick shower means we've covered it all. But the truth is, small blind spots in our hygiene, especially as we get older, can have a bigger impact than we think. The good news is that once you know what to look for, you can fix it easily. Taking care of yourself isn't just about looking clean. It's about feeling confident, staying healthy, and honoring your body with the attention it deserves. These hidden areas, whether it's behind your ears or under your feet, all play a role in how fresh you feel day to day. And when you make a habit of addressing them, you'll not only smell better, but you'll move through the world with greater ease and pride. So, what can you do next? Start small. Add 1 or 2 of these spots to your washing routine. Maybe keep a gentle washcloth nearby or a long-handled sponge if reaching is a challenge. And don't forget to dry thoroughly. Moisture is one of the biggest culprits when it comes to lingering odors. Over time, these tiny adjustments become second nature. You'll feel better, and others around you will notice too. It's never too late to fine-tune the way you care for yourself. These small, thoughtful actions are part of what keep us aging with grace and dignity. So, the next time you're in the shower, remember this. The difference between feeling fresh and feeling frustrated could be just one extra wipe away. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.